Yay, we love that. Like, we're back and our lips aren't dry. I lost my bag in my bag. I lost my bag. My bag was in the gym bag that I took to Pilates this morning. I don't know why I put my makeup bag in there, but I did. Anyways, yes, I went to Pilates this morning. I woke up at like 4 close to 5-ish. The class was at 5:30. Did that. This is like my first time like working out and like moving my body, you know? It's interesting. I was having a lot of thoughts, varying thoughts on my way there and back. One of those thoughts being feeling how much my body and like my nervous system was stressing about money. It was like, and I was like, I'm sitting in the backseat of the Uber and I'm like setting my intention. And so I'm sitting there and I'm like, I'm setting the intention that like with every workout class, like I'm deeper in my body, like I'm landing more in my body. I become softer in my body. I am creating space in my body. I am moving out any like doubts and fears out of my body. You know what I mean? Just like setting that intention. I'm aligning in my body. And as I'm like setting my intention, there's the, I guess, like human me or wounded me or past programming me. I like that is so concerned with these external things and these external matters. And it's an interesting, sometimes it's a balance, other times it's a battle, depending on the day. And this morning felt more of like this, I know that is not me. And so to go deep into that, like I've been doing a lot of subconscious work with my finances and with the way I view money and the way I think about money and the way I think about like receiving money and like so on and so forth. And so I'm sitting there and I'm like, damn, like I need to get back on my practices. Like I need to lock the fuck in, like I need to do the things, clear it, because I am able to take care of my body. And I can afford to take care of my body. And it is a blessing. And mind you, like, this is what I'm saying to myself in the backseat. I'm like, it is a blessing to be able to afford a yoga studio. In which case I actually manifested like a deal with that, because I think like their monthly thing is like usually like $100, $99, and they have like promos, and they had like a $30 promo like a couple of weeks, maybe months ago, and I was like, I am literally manifesting that they have another fucking like promo, and they did, period. And I was actually like late to signing up, and I did this like law of opposing forces practice, and basically the law of opposing forces, it's a universal law, and it's like when you really 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 want something, like the universe has to be like really really against it in order to like create balance. So I sat here and I journaled out like all the reasons why it wouldn't be good for me to like get the membership. Why the next day, like the lady literally emailed me back and she was like, oh my god, yeah, like of course, like let's get you signed up. I was like, period. But anyways, I'm sitting there and I'm like, it is such a blessing to be able to afford this. It's a blessing to be able to take care of my body. It's a blessing, you know what I mean? It's like I'm stressing about tomorrow and the day after and the day after and the day after, but like in this moment, I have enough. I was able to get there. I have clothes on my bodies. I have clothes on my body. I have water in my water bottle. I was able to get there and back like fine, you know what I mean? And I'm sitting here and I'm telling myself, like, has there ever been a moment where I have really gone without? Like, truly. And by that, I mean, like, there has never been a moment where I haven't been provided for. And that doesn't mean that, like, I wasn't the happiest about how I was provided, you know, like maybe it came from my mom or my dad or a friend or shit, even a loan fucking company, right? But it's like there has always been a moment where I have figured it the fuck out. Now, I am getting myself to a point where that is not needed. I'm not needed to be in like I need to figure it the fuck out. But just the simple fact that I can look back on my life and be like, in every moment where I had $0 in my bank account, bitch, negative dollars in my bank account, like, I've always been fed. I've always had clothes. I've always had a roof over my head. Some people can't even say that. Some people's worst bottom of bottom moment is quite literally homelessness. And I've never had that experience. I've never had a bed that I couldn't sleep on. That is such a fucking blessing. That is such a fucking blessing. And it's like as I am moving and evolving my abundance, right? And what I can afford and provide for myself and so on and so forth, I am also moving through the subconscious beliefs that say I can't and that are trying their damn hardest to be like, you can't do this and you can't do that and you can't blah, 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 blah. And I'm sitting here and I'm telling myself, okay, but like the version of myself who has all of these things is going to fucking Pilates at 5 a.m. in the fucking morning. And me right now can go to Pilates at 5 in the fucking morning. So like, what am I going to do? Am I just going to sit there and wait until I have, and this is what most people do. Like they sit there and they wait until they have that like external, I'm starting to get cold. You know when like you work out and like your sweat and then like you're so, oh my God, the shower is so gonna hit after this, bitch. It's so gonna hit. But anyways, it's like most people wait to have the external thing, like the external proof before they do the thing. And the universe doesn't work like that. God doesn't work like that. God doesn't work like that. You know, I had this realization in the shower of like, you want God to do the work for you. You want spirit to do the work for you. And you're fucking lazy. Like, you want your spirit guide, you want your ancestors, you want everybody to do the fucking work for you, but you don't want to do it for your fucking self. You want to sit here and you want to say that you want this and you want that and you blah, 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 but you don't want to put in the fucking work to do it. Like, it doesn't work like that. We are co-creative beings. And by co-creative, we have to meet God, spirit, universe. We have to meet it halfway. Halfway. Like, we can't be in our fucking homes. And literally, I was like, my higher self, just to let y'all know, you know it's my higher self coming through when I'm calling motherfuckers out on some bullshit. Like, I'm really, like, that's when you know. Like, when I'm da-da-da-da-da, that's my higher self. Yep, all gas, no brakes. That's her energy, right? And so I'm in the shower, and my higher self is, like, calling me out on my bullshit. Like, literally. And she's sitting there, and she's like, you expect spirit. This is because I forgot what I was, like, going through. But anyways, just this energy of, like, you really expect spirit to like knock on your fucking door, okay? Not even knock on your fucking door. Like, you expect spirit to kick down your door, walk through your house, open your bedroom door, throw cold water on you, remove the sheets, get your ass in the shower, tell your ass to get dressed, throw your ass out. Like, you expect spirit to do all of that shit for you to get what the fuck you want in life? Like, you want it. Not God, not spirit. Like, you want it. So how about, like, you get your ass up, you take a fucking shower, you brush your teeth, you wash your face, you get dressed, you do the things, you walk outside and do what the fuck needs to be done. And then maybe God's spirit universe could meet you fucking halfway. But no one can meet you halfway if you're just like sitting on it's almost like, you know, sitting on the sidelines and then complaining about never winning a goal, never kicking the goal, never getting a touchdown. Like, oh my God. And it's like, bitch, you're on the sidelines. You're not even giving yourself the fucking opportunity to get a fucking touchdown. But you want to sit here and complain and what was me? And, like, shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear all that. I don't know. You're complaining. You're complaining. And I had this, it's interesting. Like, it was like, oh, I am complaining and I am also equally hard on myself. Very interesting. Very interesting. And what I mean by that is not fully acknowledging everything that I have done. And it's interesting because when I sat here and I was like, after Pilates, I'm literally like walking through like my apartment halls. And I'm like, wow, you would think that as long as I've been connecting to my spirit and my higher self, that I would know by now. Okay, this is why we have coaches and mentors and teachers and books and podcasts and all the things, because bitches will forget, right? I'm sitting here and I'm like, wow, you would think that by now I would know that nothing outside of me is going to make me happy. You think I would know that by now. You think I would know, and it's just such an easy fix. You know, it's such an easy fix. It's so easy to say when you feel like shit and life is shit and blah, blah, blah. It's just so easy to say. It's so fucking easy to say. And then you get the thing, and this happens every single fucking time. I get the thing, and I'm like, oh, I feel no different. I feel no fucking different. And one of my my mentors, we love her, she says something along the lines of like giving money a job that it's not supposed to have. You know, like imagine giving someone a job that they can't do, you know. And she was speaking on how like money is great at solving external problems, you know, when you need to pay a bill, when you want to go here for your birthday, when you want to invest in this thing, when you want to buy this thing, when you want to take your siblings out on a sibling date. Like, those are great, right? But money is not going to heal your wounds of unworthiness and self-doubt and shame and I'm not good enough and I'm not lovable, and you get what I'm saying? Like, money is not going to make you feel worthy. It's not going to heal your internal wounds. If anything, it'll enhance it, because money is an enhancer. And I've also experienced that, because it's like the farther you go up, or let's just say the farther you go up, it's like the more you see at any given moment, there's always someone who is quote unquote doing better than you. There's always someone who is making more than you. There's always someone who's blah 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 more than you. You know what I mean? And so it's like, before, where you were at, the most expensive thing, let's say as an example, was like a Honda, and then you start making more money, and then now the most expensive thing is like a Lexus, and you're like, oh, I need a Lexus, so then you get a Lexus, and now the most expensive thing is like a fucking Tesla, and then you're like, oh my god, I need a Tesla, so you get a Tesla, and then now you're like, oh my god, the most expensive thing is like a Maybach, and so you buy a Maybach, and then now you have a Maybach, but now it's like the most expensive thing is like a Rolls Royce, and it just keeps going and going and going and going. You know what I mean? And it's like you never have enough. You never have enough. There's never enough, you know? And so that's what I mean when I say, like, there will always be something to chase, and there will always be, you know what I mean? There will always be a here, right? But it's like, if you cannot be happy and satisfied with who you are and what you have and what your life is, you will always be chasing. You will always be chasing, and you will always be feeding into the lie that you need something outside of you to make you happy. And it was in that moment, as I'm walking down the fucking hall, and I'm like, wow, I placed this on so high of a pedestal, in a sense of like, I'm gonna work out and that's gonna fix and heal all of my problems. And working out is going to fix and heal a certain set of problems, you know, pertaining specifically to health and the body and even self-image. Yes, but like that is not going to bring that sense of completeness. I have to find that within myself. I have to create that within myself. You know what I mean? And I'm sitting here and I'm like, wow, like, have I been moving from this place of like, which as I say that, I'm like, oh yeah, you definitely have. But moving from this place of like, well, maybe this will make me complete. Maybe that will make me complete. Maybe this will, and none of it making me feel complete and feel whole, because for whatever reason, truthfully, this is the real tea. I and you, okay, if you're relating, don't want to find it within ourselves. There's a part of us that still wants to believe that we need to be fixed, because that is what we were programmed into believing. You know, we as humans are programmed into believing that we are pieces of shit, truly. And while many of us are, but it's kind of like that nature versus nurture thing. Like, are we born this way, or are we just told that we're this way, you know? And I do think it's a little bit of both, but I also think that there is just such intense programming of unworthiness. Like, you need this job, and you need this amount of money, and you need this relationship, and you need, and it's not coming from like this grounded, whole, complete, I am enough as I am energy. Like, it's not coming from that. It's not coming from this like, okay, I am human currently on this earth, and what do I want to experience? What do I want to experience? What do I desire? What sounds fun? What sounds interesting? What sounds intriguing? What lights me up? You know, like what really like pushes me more into like the version of myself that I love. You know, like, who are those people? What are those hobbies? What are those things? So on and so forth. Like send me the shit that just enhances all of the love that I already feel within myself. You know what I mean? Like, it's not coming from that grounded place. It's not. It's just fucking not. Bitches aren't saying that, right? But people are saying you need this car, and that is literally like the root of trends. That is the root of like Victoria's Secret at one point in time. Like, these people are quite literally like profiting off of your insecurity. They're profiting off of your unworthiness every single day. That's how they make their fucking money. How do you think plastic surgeons make their fucking money? That's how they make their fucking money. Literally, that is how they make their fucking money. And so every single day, especially if you go on social media, and depending on what your social media is and how you've, curated it, every single day, you are being bombarded with this constant, like, you need this car, and you need this house, and you need this outfit, and you need these shoes, and you need this bag, and you need this necklace, because this, whatever thing is going to make you skinny, which case we put skinny on a pedestal, but that's a whole nother discussion for another day. But like, this thing is gonna, make you skinny and make you feel hot in your body. And although it's not saying that directly, okay, maybe they were doing that more in like the 90s, though they're not really saying that directly, it's like, you can tell. That's the program. If you see a whole bunch of skinny bitches, okay, doing Pilates, you're gonna be like, oh, Pilates equals skinny. Even though there's many shapes and sizes that I've seen in Pilates classes, but that's what we mainly see online. You're like, oh, Pilates makes you skinny. Period. That's what you're gonna do. That's literally what you're gonna do. If you, this is what people, this is another reason why people struggle with wealth. Perfect example. There will be this, oh, this equals wealthy. Waking up at 5 a.m. equals, do you know the amount of fucking, like, first of all, bitch, there are millions of fucking entrepreneurs in the world, okay? And I guarantee you that every single one of them does not wake up at 5 a.m. in the fucking morning. I know of some. They're waking up at either 7 or 9 or 10. You know what I mean? Like, they're waking up in the morning, yeah, but they're not waking up at 5 fucking a.m. to sit there and work out and do a meditation. They're not doing those things. Now, I personally like to get up that early because I'm an empath. Many of us are, but I like to be up when everyone's asleep. That's why I like it. I like the quietness. You know what I mean? I like that it's still dark. I like that personally. But that's the thing. I like that. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers don't like that. It's like, people will sit there and tell you that you need to do some shit that you don't fucking like in order to get whatever it is that you don't want in life. And that doesn't mean that it won't be challenging. Like, yes, there will be challenges with getting with what you want, but like, I'm not going to sit here and tell myself that I have to eat a whole bunch of shit that I don't fucking like in order to have a body that makes me feel good and strong and healthy. I'm not about to do that. I'm not about to sit here and tell myself that I have to do the workouts that I genuinely enjoy Pilates. If I didn't, I wouldn't be at Pilates. I don't really like the gym like that. Do you see me at the gym? No. Why? Because I don't like it. It's the same fucking thing. You know what I mean? So anyways, why was I ranting about that? Oh, right. Because people will sit here and profit off of that I'm not good enough energy and that I need this in order to blah, 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 blah. And this will make me feel blah, 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 blah. And so then you have all of these people. This is why, like, I always say, like, wealthy people, every single wealthy person, like, isn't happy either, right? Because they have the things and they're sitting there like, wow, why do I still feel like shit? Why do I still feel unhappy? Like, I have the degree, I have the business, I have the house, I have the car, I have the traveling, I have the first class, bitch. I even got the private fucking jet. Like, I got all of this. Yet for some reason, I still feel like shit. Why do I feel like shit? Why do I feel like shit? Why is that? Why is that? What's that? And it's like, you feel like shit, my love, because you are quite literally told to feel like shit and to be unhappy. Every single day, we are told to be unhappy with what and who we are. Every day, at every moment, we are told to find things to fix. We're told to find issues with it and problems, and like every single day we're told that. So it's like no fucking wonder you're not crazy, honestly. You're normal, because we're all, every single day we're told that. And it takes effort to pull yourself out of that lens and that energy that's like, I have nothing to hate about myself. Do you know the amount of years bitches are spending in therapy and the amount of money that people are investing in therapy? Just because that is the core reason of them going. Like, something's wrong with me, something's this, something's that. And it's like, there's nothing wrong with you. You have to give it the fuck up. You have to give it up. You have to give it up, and you have to stop subscribing. You literally have to click cancel fucking subscription, because every single day, for every moment of your life, you have been subscribing to the fucking belief that something is wrong with you, and that something needs to be fixed, and that something needs to be changed. And this will be the thing that makes me feel like the best fucking person. And guess what? It's not the thing. And maybe it lasts for a month, for a day, for a week, for a year for some people. Maybe it's a great band-aid. And then afterwards, you feel like shit all over again. Because it was a band-aid. It wasn't actually what you needed. And so if I were to even say this to myself, which I am saying this to myself, like, me working out every day at 5 a.m. is not going to fix my problems. And by problems, I mean unworthiness, okay? Me starting a business is not going to fix the unworthiness. Me making this video, posting it, it's not going to fix the unworthiness. Me getting a lot of followers isn't going to fix the unworthiness. Me getting a lot of money isn't going to fix the unworthiness. And here, again, might be a Band-Aid. But it's like, do you want it to be a Band-Aid? Because if it's a Band-Aid, then you're constantly externally sourced. You're constantly, it's like a fucking addict. You know, you're waiting for the next big thing to give you that hit, to give you that dopamine, to give you that, you know what I mean? And you're constantly seeking, you're like, oh my God, like, my business needs to hit this big number, and blah, blah, blah. And oh my God, my followers need to da-da-da-da. And oh my God, my music, da-da-da. And it's just this constant chase, this constant hamster wheel. Bitch, I'm tired. I'm out of breath. I need some water. I need some electrolytes. I need a snack. Bitch, matter of fact, I need a meal. I'm tired. I'm not doing that shit no more. It's ghetto, right? And just like, how can I find the completeness in who I am today? And how can I support that? And how can I breathe life into that? And how can I believe in that? And how can I show myself the love and the affection and treat myself, because at one point in time treat myself like this precious newborn baby girl. Because that's how God views you. That's how spirit views you. That's how your ancestors view you. That's how all these beings view you. You know what I mean? It's like when people say that babies come into the world and they just exist. They don't do shit. They sleep, they eat, they shit. They don't do a goddamn fucking thing. Yet they're taken care of. They're provided for. You see a child and you're like, oh my God. Right? You want to give it a toy. You want to give it a sticker. You want to talk to it. You're like, oh. You just want to give it love. No particular reason. It didn't do anything. It didn't say, like, if you love me, I'm going to give you $500 million. And I'm going to da-da-da-da. No, like, you're just like, oh my God, you're so fucking cute. Like, I just love you. It's just pure love. And it's like, how can you, and I remember saying this to my mom, like, how can you love yourself like a child and hold yourself like a child and view yourself like a child and be like, I love you. 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 Bitch, I be waking up in the motherfucking morning, bitch. And I don't do this every day, but on the days where, like, I remember, like, I wake up myself and I look at myself in the mirror and I be like, bitch, I love you. I fucks with you, bitch. I be doing my skincare and I be like, oh my God, like, you're so pretty. Like, y'all don't hype yourselves up enough. Truly. And I don't just mean, like, 10 across the board. You know, you're going out and you're looking like, no. I mean, like, genuinely, like, you just woke up and you're just like, oh my God, you're so pretty. Because that's, you know, like, when you're dating and you kind of want a person to say that to you, like, you want them to be like, you're so pretty. And they'd be like, oh, stop, I literally, like, my brows aren't done, like, my hair is in rollers, like, you're like, stop, I look so bad right now, like, I have a pimple patch on, like, you can see my freckles. Girl, shut up. I don't want to hear that shit. If you don't start telling yourself you look good, like, don't piss me off. You know what I mean? And just this energy of, like, loving yourself with no, what's the word I'm looking for? Just that unconditional love. Loving yourself because you exist. Like, I love me because I exist. I love me because I'm alive. I love, that's it. That's like, there's no, I need to complete this and earn this and be this and blah, blah, and blah, 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 blah. And I go after those things because shits and gigs. Like, that's how calm, relaxed, and playful we need to be. It's like, it's just shits and gigs. You want that outfit because shits and gigs. Why the fuck not? Like, we need to be in a why the fuck not energy. Why the fuck not? I see it, I like it, I want it, I got it. Like, that's it. It's not this, like, I need this thing because this is gonna make me worthy and this is gonna make me feel like I have a purpose and da-da-da-da. Relax. It's not that serious. Like, it's not gonna make you feel that way. Maybe like a year or two, but then after that, you're gonna feel like shit again. Like, relax. Just be like, oh, I just want to do this thing because I love it. Or I just want to do this thing because it's fun. Or I just want to do this thing because it's exciting. Or I just want to do this thing because it makes me feel good. Or I just want, you know what I mean? Like, how can we bring more of like a lightheartedness to our life? We take shit too, I know you're hungry, mama. Just give me a second. We take shit too fucking seriously. And that seriousness is what stops us from enjoying life. It's like I always say, like, children, oh my God, children, if you have kids or if you're around kids and you just pay attention to those little precious motherfuckers. Kids are so fucking connected to God, spirit, universe, because they don't give a fuck. They don't yet have the development that makes them give a fuck. They're playing, they're frolicking, they're twirling, they're laughing, they're dancing, they're goofing around, they're just here. They're just here and they're having a grand old fucking time. They walk into a grocery store, they're like, oh my God, what's this? And it's like, where's your childlike wonder? Your child, that's when you know, because it's like, bitch, you're just too jaded right now. I'm sorry that you're jaded, but I couldn't take you there. Yeah, Miley ate with that one. Too fucking jaded. We're too fucking jaded. We grow up told, oh my God, you can be whatever you want, create these dreams. Again, whole nother discussion for a different day. And then we grow up and we become jaded. And it's not because magic isn't real. Like, magic is real, but magic is something that you have to create. Magic is something that you have to put effort into. Magic is something you have to put discipline into. That's the thing. You just have to, you know what I mean? Like, you have to make your magic. You have to make it. You can't be like super high in the fucking clouds and you know what I mean? Just as much as you can't be like, I'm by the book and this creates this results and blah, blah, blah. You know, you gotta have a little bit of both. You gotta have a little bit of both. You gotta have that masculine, that feminine, that like intuition with that practicality. Like you gotta have a little bit of both, you know? And you have to understand that as an adult, you have to bring that childlike spirit and energy, because never does a child think until, you know, that's if they experience trauma, but never does a child just think, oh, I'm unworthy or I'm unlovable or I'm not, you know what I mean? Like children don't think that. They don't think that. Like they think, you know what I mean? They think that everyone loves them. That's why that's why we have to protect them, because we're like, hey, like stranger danger, you know what I mean? But like they think that everyone loves them. And so it's like, and that's what makes them magnetic. And that's what makes them, because they think that everyone is looking out for the highest good. And everyone wants to watch them put on this dance performance. And everyone wants to see their art. And everyone wants to see their outfit. And everyone wants to hear them talk about this and ramble and blah, blah, blah. Like they never do they stop and think that they're not loved. But we become these adults, and because of all these reasons and all these experiences in childhood, and that's when we do subconscious reprogramming, but all these things, and we're like, oh my God, like I'm not loved. And it's like, no, shut the fuck up, because yes, you are. You've just forgotten. And I need you to fucking remember. I need you to remember how loved you are. And that lovability, you know, it's like I always say, like nothing in life can increase or decrease your lovability. Like nothing. It's the same. It's the same. The only difference is your perception and other people's perception, but like it's the same. In God's eyes, it's the same. It's always been the same. Okay? That love for you, if you fuck up, if you cuss someone out, if you were an asshole to this person, if you earn this award, if you moved across the country, if you got this divorce, if you like your love is still there. It's always been the same. Okay, but the problem is probably the religious program that tells you that now you're gonna go to fucking hell because you got a divorce, right? Like maybe that's what we need to work on, but like not the love that God has for you itself, not the love that the universe has for you itself. You know, it's like you are already complete. And so my question for you today, which is something that I'm really asking myself for today, is how can I look at myself through God's eyes and see myself as this precious child, as this precious human being that is so loved, so taken care of, so provided for. Like the universe, oh my God, the universe wants to take care of me so much. The universe wants to show up for me so much. The universe wants to see that smile on my face, wants to see me jumping around, having a great time. Like the universe wants to see that so much. The universe loves me when I'm happy, you know? Loves me when I'm sad too, but the universe loves to see me happy. So it's always finding ways to make me happy. It's always finding ways to make me smile and bring joy into my life and da-da-da-da. And like that energy of like, I am a child. I'm loved like a child. I'm taken care of like a child. I'm supportive like a child. I am, you know what I mean? Like all those things. So anyways, yes, that's all I have for today. I'm gonna wash my ass and make myself some food because I'm just hungry. Anyways, bye.